YouTube, what's happening? It is Friday, September 27th. You can see we got a bunch of baseball games, but we got a lot of damn undecideds on here. Just a lot of teams just have not decided who they're going to pitch today. And the games start, well, this game starts in a few hours and it's already like undecided. Like, come on, you know who you're pitching. But let's be honest, this is the last series, the last 3 games of the season, of the regular season. Most of these teams are eliminated. We can pop over to the standings and we can see there was a lot of updates. We can see teams have locked up wild cards, locked up divisions. Baltimore, Minnesota still alive technically, but they're 3 games behind KC in Detroit. KC's won 3 somehow because they played Washington. Mets and Braves are doing a doubleheader on Monday because of the weather. Padres locked up a wild card. Arizona's still fighting, but they're playing the Padres now. So a lot of things are out there. So the smart thing is just wait till Tuesday on the 1st to start playing playoff bets. But if you really want to look at some bets, we'll break down every game here for you. We'll look at every game. We're not going to go too deep into it. Not at all, because if the game means nothing, I'm gonna tell you this game is trash. I'm passing on every game where it doesn't mean anything. Now, if there are games where there is a team in there that's trying, we'll look a little deeper. But outside of that, nah. Why? We don't know what's gonna happen. We don't know these players' motivation levels. We have no clue. So be smart with your money for the next 3 days. There's other things to bet on. So many things. You got all these football games. You got that's it. I was going to say preseason hockey, but don't do that either. Don't bet on preseason on anything. So just don't. So enough of that. We got games to jump into. Let's get to that first one right now. Cincinnati lost 3, Cubs lost 1. Cincinnati's offense has been abysmal. They're on vacation mode. They're checked out. They're gone. So let's look at the pitchers for this one. Bang. We have an undecided pitcher versus Italian. So since he's rolling either a rookie, minor leaguer, or somewhat bullpen, they just haven't announced it. You literally play in like 5 hours. What are you doing? It's like, come on. They just don't care. They're like, we're done. Does it matter? Do we even need a pitcher? I don't know. So here's Italian's numbers. We can look at his. There you go. So there. Okay. Also, we can look at some odds as well. We'll show those off. We have Chicago 140 with a 6.5 total. There you go. So, I mean, I leaned over because who's Cincy going to put out there? But then again, you got to contend with Cincy's absolute trash can offense they're putting out on the field right now. So, yeah, better luck next year. So this is a pass. Let's move on to the next one. All right, game 2, we got the White Sox in Detroit. So looking back at the standings real quick, let's see. Has Detroit completely locked everything up? No, they are still fighting, and they get the White Sox now. Now, watch the White Sox, who is just winning. They won 3 in a row for absolutely no damn reason. Just watch them just somehow knock Detroit out of the playoffs and let Minnesota get in. Just watch the magic. It could happen. So, but I mean, let's be honest, it probably shouldn't. You see the numbers, they're about the same. Detroit's on a 5-game winning streak. Chicago's 3-game winning streak. Let's look at the odds. The odds are showing us it is 164 Detroit with a 7.5 total. Let's look at some pitchers. Who's throwing the ball? Today, it's Crochet and undecided. Another undecided. Come on, guys. I did see something about that. They wanted Crochet to go out there, and Detroit wants to face the best. And it's like, come on, it's the White Sox. They're not the best. They're the best at being bad. I mean, you see his numbers? I mean, that's not the best of anything. And Crochet's only going to pitch like what, 3 innings, maybe? Like, here, let's look a little closer. Okay, we can look at his numbers. Sure, no problem. Sure. Game log. What have you done? 4, 4, 2, 3, 0, 4, 4, 2, 4, 3. Yeah, you haven't pitched more. The last time you pitched 7 was damn June. You're just a reliever now, a long reliever. But you had 8 strikeouts in 4 innings against San Diego, though. So a team that never strikes out. So who the hell knows? So I'm sure people are going to take a strikeout prop today, which, hell, let's take a look. Let's look at Crochet strikeout prop. Why not? We can look at things like that. So we want Chicago 5.5. I mean, if you're feeling brave, you're feeling ballsy, here you go. 2024, he still hit this number. Sometimes he doesn't. That's crazy. I can't do that. I mean, we don't know. This is his last start. We don't know what he's doing this year. So to me, Detroit money line is a play because the White Sox, I don't care. Detroit's on fire right now. They're trying to get in. They're actually trying hard. So give me the White Sox. I'll take, not the White Sox. Almost said the wrong team. Give me Detroit. Give me Detroit. Minus 164. Yeah, that's good stuff. I'll take Detroit money line next game. Game 3, Philadelphia and Washington. Washington's lost 4, not surprisingly. KC, they scored 4 on KC, and I thought, oh, is KC going to lose to Washington? They did a little better. Philly's offense is doing great still. Numbers are amazing, getting ready for playoff form. Let's look at the odds. We can see it is 185 for Philly with an over 8. Let's look at some pitchers. We have Suarez and Trevor Williams, actually 2 pitchers. Hey, look at that. We can see what Suarez has been up to. There's his numbers, not bad, not great, but not bad. And then Trevor Williams for Washington has, well, he's only pitched 1 game since May. So these are all back in May. He's been in 1 game. It was the Cubs. So I would lean Philly. Philly has locked everything up, I believe. Let's look. We want standings. Philly has clinched. They have not clinched. They've clinched the play. Nope. They have clinched the division. Okay, yeah, Philly's division champs. That's right. I knew that. 94 wins. Who else is there? 91, 95. Yeah, I don't think they're still trying to fight for that 1 seed, trying to get those overall buys and whatnot. So, yeah, I'm gonna take Philly. Yeah, Philly's still trying. So Philly money line, that's for sure gonna be a play for me. Yeah, they actually have something to play for. The offense is looking good. Suarez is pretty decent. Yeah, give me Philly money line next game. All right, next up, Pittsburgh and the Yankees. Yankees offense has been crushing with the runs, but somehow the average isn't there. It's hilarious how that works. Pittsburgh, of course, their offense is terrible. We know this. Lost 1-1, nothing special. Look at some odds. We can see Pittsburgh. Nope. Yankees 164 is the best number you're going to find with the 8 total. Let's look at some pitchers. Who we got? Jared Jones and Carlos Rodon. Let's look at your numbers. Jones got destroyed by Cincy of all teams. A team who we saw was terrible offensively in the first game has teed off on you last time. So that ain't good. Rodon, what have you been up to? You've been getting better since you were terrible a few months ago. So you've been okay. Yankees are still, I believe they're still trying to fight for a actual seed. Let's look. They clinched the division at 93. Cleveland's at 92. Houston's at 86. Yeah, they're still kind of still fighting. Yeah. Yeah, we'll take the Yankees. Yeah, we'll take some New York. Ugh, I hate taking Yankee money lines down, but hey, guess what? We're gonna do it because why not? We'll take the Yankees money line. I like the numbers. I like this. Pittsburgh's terrible. Next game. All right, game 5. We got Miami and Toronto. We could see what they've done. Both teams are eliminated. This game does not matter. I'm gonna tell you right now, this is gonna be a pass, but we'll still look at things. I know you want to see it because I know some of you degenerates are gonna bet this game. I know you are. So let's look. We want Miami in Toronto. We got 180 Toronto with an 8 total. Ugh, let's look at who's pitching. Bang. Let's get rid of some of these pitchers. We don't need you. Let's see. Adam Aller and Berrios. Show you some numbers. I know you care. There are your numbers for Mr. Aller. You can see what he's been up to. Not great numbers here recently. And then Berrios has been pitching all damn year. You can see he has been pretty good his last so many starts, but sadly, you're not in the playoffs. So I can see why Toronto's favored by such a large margin, but not really because the offense isn't there. Miami's offense is there, but again, who cares? These 2 teams are done. They're just trying to get to Sunday so they can start their vacation. So pass all day. Next game. Next up, 2 recently eliminated teams, Tampa and Boston. Both your seasons are over as of a couple days ago, if not yesterday. So you can see what they've done. Doesn't matter. Welcome to vacation time because that's where you are. Look at your odds because some of you care for this one. We can see Boston 138 is your total. Let's look over at who's pitching. Not you. You're gone. Let's see. It is, oh God, it's Taj Bradley and Pavetta. Oh, yeah. Hey, Taj Bradley is getting progressively better. Look at these numbers: 5, 6, 3, 5, 8. Garbage. Then all of a sudden, 4, 3, 2, 1. He's getting better. Look at him go. On this trend, he should do 0. Get back to what he was, but back when he was pitching these numbers, just stud numbers. But we'll see. Not touching it though. So, and Pavetta, let's see what Pavetta's been up to. Yeah. So there you go. I'm not touching this one. Obviously, both teams. We don't know who cares, who doesn't. So, for me, based on these numbers and these pitchers, I would lean Boston, but it's a pass all day. Pass. Next game. All right, next up, Houston and Cleveland, and these 2 teams are actually good. Let's see if the standings matter at all for this one. It says standings, not odds. Standings. Cleveland has locked up, but they're still fighting the Yankees for the top overall seed. And we have Houston, who I'm blind. They have they have also locked up their division, but they are 86 wins. There's no chance they're getting the top overall seed. They're locked in the 3 seed. Houston is the 3 seed. There's no chance. There's nothing changing this. There's nothing at all. So, so Houston's set. So if anything, I would lean Cleveland because Cleveland is still fighting. But let's look at some odds and some pitchers. Let's see what we got. Let's see. Ooh, Houston, Cleveland. There we go. Cleveland 128 is your total. Let's look at some dudes throwing the ball. We have Blanco and Gandillo. Okay. I'm leaning Cleveland, but not after seeing Blanco because dude's been pretty damn well. That game he wasn't, but most of the games are pretty good. Joey has been, damn, Joey's been good too outside of his Yankee game. Let's look at the numbers, see what we got. Houston's offense is struggling here in the last couple games. It's almost like they could clinch the playoffs and like, all right, we're good. We're good. That's it. So I'm going to take Cleveland money line. Yep, we're actually going to take Cleveland on the money line because they are still fighting for the top seed. So Cleveland money line for sure for this one. Let's move on to the next one. All right, next up we got Kansas City and Atlanta. KC popped off for a little offense finally against Washington. They did a little something. Atlanta's still doing their thing. 1-3. They both won 3. Since these two teams are in playoff talks, we know Atlanta is trying very hard to win. I don't know if they're going to do it because that's going to be a back-to-back on Monday. Ooh, let's pop to the standings just to see where we're standing with these teams, just so we have an idea. We want the standings. I have too many pictures open. We'll get rid of these pictures. Let's see. KC we see is still in the second spot in the wild card, I believe. Yeah, second spot. Well, them and Detroit are tied, and they're both 3 games up on Minnesota, so they're both going to be in the wild card. I mean, come on, we know this. Something massive has to happen, like the White Sox sweeping Detroit, so it could happen. Or hell, the Braves could sweep the Royals. It could happen the way the Royals are playing. You never know. So, looking at the pitchers for today, what do we have? We got Singer versus Fried Free Chicken. We can see what old Max has been up to. Look at Max's numbers. There you go. Max has been pretty good. We know this. Singer has not been good. Not the best numbers. I'm on the bus that believes KC is actively trying not to be in the playoffs. I don't know why. It just feels like they're not. They had a 7-game losing streak. Then they won 3 because they played Washington. If you didn't play Washington, you'd have a 10-game losing streak. If you played any other team in the country, you could play the White Sox. You'd have a 10-game losing streak. I don't care. So for me, I'm taking Atlanta. Atlanta has to win games. So KC just doesn't care. So and Singer's just not good. Look at these numbers. Look at the offense. Atlanta's offense is first in average. Last game is still bad at 303, but first. Yeah, the offense is coming alive for Atlanta. So give me the Braves money line, KC, yeah, whatever. Braves money line next game. All right, next up we got Dodgers in Colorado, and we can see the numbers and who's done what. It's in Coors Field, so the over/under is probably like 85. What is it? No, it's 11.5. Okay, back close enough. Same thing. Dodgers 172. Obviously, we see the numbers, what they've done. Let's look at dudes throwing the ball. You two can go away. Let's bring up the next ones, which is going to be Undecided versus Cal Quantrill. Okay, I think Undecided still might be better than Cal Quantrill because Cal Quantrill is just not. I mean, he gives up some runs every single time he goes out. It's just a fact. Like, dude, hasn't thrown a 0 since June. Like, okay. If anything, now let's see how much is LA actually going to try. I know they're still fighting for the seeding. So let's look at the standings. Let's look at. They're at 95. They're 1 game up on the Phillies at 94, and Milwaukee's out of it. So, yeah, I'm still gonna. But damn, the undecided makes it rough. I think I gotta pass. I can't bet on a team with no pitcher listed. I just can't do that. So, and they have a 1-game lead on Philly. They're fighting for that 1 seed. Yeah, I'm gonna pass on it. We're gonna pass. No, you see the numbers. You see all the pitchers. Who's done what. Not having a pitcher for LA is a big deal for me, so that's a pass. Next game. All right, next up we got Mets in Milwaukee. Milwaukee is pretty much locked into the 3 seed. We can look at the stuff real quick. I just had it open. See, they're at 91. Dodgers at 95. Phillies 94. All 3 have already clinched the division, so Milwaukee is the 3 seed. There's no shot. They're not going to give a wild card to 3. So Milwaukee has literally nothing to play for. So outside of that, the Mets are still fighting. The Mets are 1 game up on the Braves, so they're still trying to fight for the wild card against them too, and Arizona, who's here as well. So they have something to play for. Let's look at the pitchers. We'll look at odds first. Let's see what the Mets are up to. The Mets are favored 120 with 7.5. Let's see who's throwing the ball to them. Manea and Montes. Okay. Not a bad pitcher for him. Manea's pretty good. Pretty good number. Well, I say pretty good. He's consistent. He's either average or good. He's just not bad, which is what you want. Montes, you're pretty good too, right? No, you were not bad. You were not good last time. You were very, very bad. You were very bad last time against Arizona. But that's your literally worst game since you've been here. So, hmm, I still lean New York because New York has to get it. I'm gonna take the Mets here. I'm gonna take the Mets. I like Manaea. I always liked. He's gonna go 7 innings. You know what you're gonna get out of him. I mean, what else would you want? So, and then we look at the offense and see that the Mets. Oh my, never mind. I don't know why I just overlooked this. Oh no, look at this offense. This is terrible. Ooh. Oh no. All right, let me just I didn't type that out. You ignored that. Ignore all that. I didn't know. No, this is a pass. We didn't take the Mets. No. Yeah, they have something to play for, but come on. I can't take it with this. Ooh. This is a pass. Next game. All right, next we've got Baltimore and Minnesota. Okay, Minnesota, now it's time to lose. Your season's already over, let's be honest. You're 3 behind in the wild card now because you couldn't beat the team you're supposed to beat. So, lost one. Well, they both lost one. Yeah, this game is just terrible. We know Minnesota technically has something to play for, but it's not up to them. It's the other team's losing, and that what matters. Baltimore, does Baltimore have anything to play for? Or are they still they've clinched the wild card? Okay, have they clinched the seed in the wild card? That's what I want to see. Yeah, they're 3 up on KC and Detroit. They've pretty much locked in their spot in the wild card. So I don't think they really have anything to play for. Minnesota, I don't care what you got to play for. You guys are trash, so don't care at all. So well, here's the numbers if you care, because I do not care. So yeah, there you go. You can see all the numbers. Let's see who's throwing the ball to them. We got Povich and Pablo Lopez. Go. Yep. Numbers are pretty. Povich's numbers are pretty decent. And if you want to see Pablo, here you go. Ugh, that was a terrible game last time out against Boston. He had 3 straight gems. Like, that's an impressive streak right there. But then, okay. So you see the numbers, you see all this. I can't take this. So for me, this is a pass. Next game. All right, next up, we got Texas and the Angels. You can see what they're up to. Both teams are getting ready for vacation. Both are trending down because their seasons are over. But we will talk about what they have. We'll look at some odds. We can see it's 155 Texas with a 7.5. This is equivalent to preseason now. These games don't matter. Nothing in this series matters at all. The fans are going to get some super cheap tickets. Go watch some baseball. It's not going to be good baseball, but it's baseball nonetheless. Unders galore, probably, I'm guessing. So let's look at who's pitching. Let's see. Get rid of you guys. Don't care, don't care, don't care. Don't care. Okay. Let's see. We have Jacob deGrom and Detmers. Let's see what you've been up to. Your 2 games back have been pretty damn good. It was both Seattle. Okay. And Detmers has been absolutely terrible his last 2 games. 7 earned in both of them. So what a season for the Angels. Okay. Do you see all that? There you go. Enjoy. If you're betting this, hey, good luck. Have fun. That's all I can say. Next game. All right, here we go. We got an actual game, the series that matters a little bit. San Diego and Arizona. Sucks for Arizona. That's all I'll say. If San Diego tries, you're going to have the Braves and the Mets in the playoffs, regardless of what happens. Arizona has been trying. Their offense is still doing decent, pretty good. Top 5 in the last game. Padres might be kind of chilling, just taking a little foot off the brake a little bit. So we can see what they've done. Let's look at some odds. We know Arizona's still fighting in the wild card against Atlanta and New York. So we have -120 Arizona with a 9 spot. Let's look at the pitchers. It's not you. It is Yu Darvish and Merrill Kelly. Well, we know Yu's pretty good. You are good. Yeah, Yu's been good since he's been back. His 4 games, pretty good numbers. And then Merrill has, what was that overview about you? You had a cramp 6 days ago, and they took you out of the game. Okay. But damn, that was a great game. 2 hits over 5 innings. Before that was pretty good. You've been getting progressively better as the last 2 months went on. So both pitchers are equal. Obviously, I want to take Arizona because they have something to play for. But ooh, these numbers maybe. I can see San Diego trying to keep Arizona out, just trying hard to make sure they don't make it, just because divisional foes. So I'm gonna pass on this. Yeah, I think I'm gonna pass. I lean Arizona. I'm gonna say I lean Arizona, but I'm gonna pass on it and just move to the next one. All right, game 14. We have Oakland and Seattle, and Oakland with the win yesterday in the last home game ever in the Coliseum. That was a great call. Great call. I mean, it was a very. I've been saying it for all week. I was taking it, and all of a sudden everyone was on it. I was like, oh god, everyone's betting it. It's not going to hit. It hit. It worked. Thankfully. Seattle. Now they go to Seattle, whose offense is still doing good. Oakland's coming off the win, but these games don't matter. This series doesn't matter at all. But I will show you numbers. 165 for Seattle with a 7.5. Let's look at some pitchers. Let's see who we got. JP Sears versus undecided. So that's not good. That doesn't tell us anything. So he has not been good his last couple games. He was great against Houston, and against Seattle, he threw up a 5 for 5. So yeah, there you go. And then Seattle's throwing out a mystery pitcher. So that tells us absolutely nothing. So, yeah, this is a pass all day. Next. And last game, we have St. Louis and San Fran. Another series that means absolutely nothing. It's up to the people that are going to go to the game because they're going to get cheap tickets. So you can see the offense was doing great. Just where was that all year? That's all you got to say. So let's look at the odds because people care. You can't see it because it cut off. I got to fix that. We have San Fran 122 with a 7.5. Okay. Who's pitching? Let's see. Why are you still here? Go away. Mikolas and Landon Roop is going out there. Rupp Arena, I'm guessing. You can see what old Miles has been up to all over the place. Like literally, he's all over the place. So have fun with that. And Roop has been, his last two starts have been pretty damn good. So San Fran's probably going to win, I'm guessing, and they're going to end the season at 80-80. That's what they're going to do. So I see that happening. I lean that. I'm not betting it, obviously, because I said I'm not. If it doesn't matter, but I would lean San Fran here. But that's it. We're done. And let's go ahead and just jump straight into the money line. I only have 5 money lines: Detroit, Philly, Yankees, Cleveland, Atlanta. I'm just going to throw them all in a parlay. We're going to have one unit on it. If it hits, great. If not, we're 0-1. Can't get more simple than that. So we like that. Drop a like, subscribe. Appreciate you being here. The videos will ramp back up when playoffs start. I'll start doing the full props again. We'll do the full breakdown. Spending like 5 minutes on a game because we're going to have multiple playoffs. It's playoffs. You got to go a little deeper. So most of these games are trash. Let's be honest. They don't matter. This whole weekend doesn't matter. It's just the season's over. So outside that, we'll be back heavy for playoffs when they start on the 1st, which is what, Tuesday? So outside of that, I appreciate being here, and we'll see you tomorrow for more picks. Peace.